Test, 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 test. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Coming up, Platteville and Dodgeville at SWC Girls Basketball on AM 1590 WPVL and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
People's State Bank is a locally owned and managed bank with convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology and low fees, People's State Bank is it. As a community bank, they're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become a part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
This is a Queen Bee Radio High School Sports presentation. Queen Bee Radio proudly brings you Grant Regional Health Center and People's Statement coverage of high school sports. Presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. And sponsored by Ayers Furniture, Bitech Resource Management, Claire Bank, Fuller's Milker Center, Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington and Platteville, Les Mack, Northland Buildings, Reeves Wealth Management, Raleigh Cheese House, Russell Law Offices, The Shoebox, Tricor Insurance, West End Salvage, Carver's Hardwood Flooring, Sloan Implements, Sups, Brian's Auto Body and Paint, Gary's Pest Control, TriStar Pallets and TriStar Mulch, Krantz Auto Parts and Krantz Hardware Do It Best, Bouse Electric, Cuba City Collision and Repair, Laley Center Monroe, H&N Plumbing, Heating and Electrical, Community First Bank, Grant Regional Health Center, Sullivan Auctioneers, Big Iron Realty, Lancaster Dental Associates, Millie's Diner, Pink's Automotive, Good Knees Garage, Point and Flush Sportsman's Club, Rosemeyer Management Group, Breckler Insurance, McNett Electric, Mound City Bank, Ready Feed and Grain LLC, Southwest Health, and WCC Brands.
Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to high school basketball on ESPN Radio, AM 1590 WPVL, AM 1590 WPVL.com, the AM 1590 WPVL mobile app, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, powered by H&N Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical, and Laley Center Monroe. From Dodgeville High School, the Platteville Hillmen, ranked 7th in Division III, take on the Dodgeville Dodgers on Dodgeville's Pink Out Night to open the Southwest Wisconsin Conference girls basketball season. From the Ayers Furniture Best Seat in the House, I'm Steve Prestegard, and at the start of this season, Platteville coach Brandon temporarily looked at his first 4 games and said the Hillmen could start 4-0, but they could also start 0-4. Well, he's pretty happy about the start because wins over Barneville, Mineral Point, Mount Horeb, and Dubuque Hempstead have put Platteville at 4-0 coming into this SWC opener. Dodgeville has a new coach, former Belmont girls coach Alan Seabrook, replacing Hayden Hardiman, and the Dodgers figure to be improved given that just one senior graduated from last season's 3-win team. On the Shoebox scoreboard, presented by the Shoebox and Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. Also in the SWC tonight, River Valley is at Prairie du Chien, and Lancaster is at Richland Center. Platteville 4-0, Lancaster 2-0, and River Valley 3-1 on top. And of course, those are obviously non-conference records. Also on the Queen Bee family of radio stations tonight, we have Cuba City at Darlington on Super Hits 106, Fenimore Mineral Point on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, and Boscoville at Iowa Grant on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Time now for the Raleigh Cheese pregame show presented by Raleigh Cheese at the intersection of Highways 11 and 23 in the heart of Lafayette County. Don't forget the cheese. We're back in 2 minutes on ESPN Radio AM 1590 WPVL.
Pregame 1.
Are high bank fees draining your wallet? It's time for a change.
At People's State Bank, they believe in low fees that put you first.
Tired of being charged for using your debit card, sneaky paper statement fees, or monthly maintenance fees?
With People's State Bank's People's Checking Account, those fees are a thing of the past.
Worried about ATM fees?
At People's State Bank, they reimburse you for up to 3 ATM fees per month. They work hard to keep your money where it belongs, in your pocket.
Make the switch to People's State Bank today. Visit a branch near you or peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC.
You know, a favorite trucker hat with a wedding tuxedo is certainly a unique combination, but not as crowd-pleasing of a combination as Cropland WinPak varieties. WinPak soybeans blend together 2 complementary varieties to help maximize yield potential and reduce risk across variable field conditions in many environments. Talk to your local Cropland retail seed expert about WinPak varieties, one of the most unique concepts in soybeans today.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. But LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our US-based restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Pre-game one.
Welcome to the Raleigh Cheese pregame show on ESPN Radio AM 1590 WPVL. Start of the SWC season, Platteville and Dodgeville. We're joined by Platteville coach Brandon Timperley. Thanks for joining us. Last time we talked, you said in the first 4 games that you could finish 4-0 and you could finish 0-4. Well, you got to be pretty happy to finish 4-0, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Really, really proud of the girls just for their effort. Like we just played hard through all of it. There was some execution stuff that I wish we could have some more practices during that time. But hopefully we've cleaned up a lot of that this week in practice. But, man, our effort was top notch.
And those are not easy teams to play. I mean, you know, you got Barneville, which is kind of a rough start, but they're still certainly going to finish to the upper division of the Six Rivers East. Mineral Point's a perennial. Mount Horeb's bigger than you. Dubuque Hempstead's a lot bigger than you. So you didn't go out of your way to pick weak teams.
Yeah, and that's our schedule this year. There's not really a game on the schedule that you can just say, yeah, we're winning that, which I like a lot. So the girls have responded to that. I think the girls really prefer a great challenge each night, and I'm excited for tonight.
Having said all of that, I know coaches, even coaches of 4-0 teams, there's always something to fix. At this point, what do you feel like you have to fix?
Yeah, defensively, we're getting beat a little bit too much on some cuts that we know better than. So that's one thing. Like, we got to jump to the ball better. We got to be more physical on the cutter. On the offensive end, you know, we just kind of had the bones of what we wanted to do. So we've installed a few things that we might be able to show tonight. We're anticipating a lot of zone tonight. So a good opportunity to maybe work on our zone offense as we play this evening. But the big thing is, it's just the little things that we can control on the defensive end is something we got to get better at.
I would think one of the things you got to be really happy about is how the players who were not starters last year, now they are, have really stepped up. And everybody seems like they've kind of stepped up for people who need to take bigger roles this year.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are going to key on Avery and Rihanna, and they've done a wonderful job. But that's what teams are game planning against them. So it's our other pieces that have to step up. And, man, Layla Schuler, Maggie, Soraya has really taken a jump this year, which has been awesome. Quinn Temperley has done a nice job moving forward. And then Mia Hoosier has been very rock solid, very dependable. We've even thrown in a couple more girls that have gotten some minutes. I mean, Kinley Bendorf was huge for us in a couple games. Malia Temperley hit a three-point shot at Hempstead. Anna Pennycamp came in and gave us some really good relief when Rihanna got in foul trouble one of the games. So we have kids that are just ready and willing to step up whenever their number is called.
Okay, you talked a little bit about Dodgeville. They have literally almost everybody back but a new coach, and they didn't have a very good year last year. What do you expect of the Dodgers other than you think you're going to see zone tonight? Yeah,
they have some skilled athletes that can play. I mean, the McGraw girl, the Doherty girl, along with a few others that really can shoot it. We've got to make sure that we do a good job defensively, that we are doing those little things that we talked about earlier on playing with some physicality. Otherwise, it's going to be a struggle tonight. So,
all right. Thanks a lot. Good luck, sir.
Same to you. Thank you.
Thank you. Brandon Timperley, Platteville coach, back with more after this on AM 1590 WPVL.
Pre-game 2.
Hello, Ben here from Darlington Family Dental. Your smile is as important to us as it is to you. Give us a call and schedule a consultation.
Alan Seabrook in 3, 2, 1.
The consultation is free. Zero interest financing is available. This solution for your smile might be more cost-effective than you think. Call our team and experience patient-centered care for you and your family at Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental. Ask about our new patient specials. Keep smiling, Tri-States.
What can't Weston Salvage get rid of? My ex-wife? Let's call Junkyard Joe and find out.
Sorry, I can't help you get rid of that.
But the crew at Weston Salvage can help you get rid of almost anything else. They now accept construction and demolition waste, including vinyl siding, furniture, light bulbs, toilets, shingles, and more. And if you can't haul it in, give Weston Salvage a call. Dispose of your scrap, e-waste, and construction waste with Weston Salvage, Highway 61 North in Lancaster.
Markets shift, policies change, challenges grow. But through it all, one thing stays the same. Brownfield Ag News is here, delivering trusted agricultural reporting on air, online, and across social media every day. We help producers navigate uncertainty with facts, not fear. Brownfield Ag News, verified and unbiased.
You've noticed a change in your teen. They seem distant, and you wonder if it's the usual ups and downs or something deeper, like substance use or mental health struggles. If you're worried, why wait to reach out? Hazelden Betty Ford offers specialized care for teens and young adults, plus support for families. Call 1-855-489-2383 or visit wegotyou.org, because love doesn't wait for a crisis, and change starts when you do. Sponsored by Hazelden Betty Ford Foundation.
Pre-game 2.
Show continues on ESPN Radio, AM 1590 WPVL, Platteville and Dodgeville to start the SWC girls season. We're joined by Alan Seabrook, the new Dodgeville coach. Thanks for joining us. How's it going so far?
Well, we've had some ups and downs. We've had some really good halves and some halves that we just need to learn from. So we started the year with an awesome win. The girls really needed that after last year. They put a lot of work in the summer, and I think it paid off in the first one. But then we've hit some roadblocks a little bit with some pressure, and we've been working hard on that the last game. I think we fixed some things in the second half, and hopefully we can keep turning that corner here tonight.
Okay, you're in a little bit of an unusual situation because you're the new coach, but almost everybody is back from last year. So has there been a big transition, and this was how it was done before, and this is what we want to do now?
I think we're doing quite a few things different from last year. I know the offense is completely different for the girls. Defensive scheme is different. So this first part of the season it's a lot of learning and a lot of new stuff. So I'm trying to be patient in that regard. And we're facing a pretty difficult schedule to start the season. So we're learning our lessons and, learning from those mistakes and trying to get better. But this is a group that's really excited to play, and they're playing well together, and it's still a young team, but it's a team that's, I think, going to grow fairly quickly here.
Okay, you as a coach, you coached at Belmont previously before coming over here. The game changes pretty quick, actually, over a few years or so. What do you feel is different now from when you coached at Belmont?
Well, coaching Division 5 at Belmont, a lot of teams play zone. And I've seen the Division 3 level, a lot of teams play man-to-man. And that's one of the differences schematically. The speed of the game is a little bit faster, generally, Division 3. But there's still really good teams in Division 5 too. And so I think a lot of the teams we've seen are comparable to the top teams we saw in Division 5 when I coached at Belmont.
Okay. You got one of the top teams in Division 3 tonight with Platteville. They won the conference last year. They're ranked 7th right now. Most of their players are back from last year. What about the Hillmen look like a challenge?
Well, I'm going to start with their post player inside. 6'2", dominant player, and that's something that we got to focus on. They have depth. Their point guard's pretty athletic as well, and they have some girls that can shoot threes, so they're going to spread you out. And if you collapse on Die in the middle, they're gonna shoot threes on the outside. And so I think they're a very balanced team. and they've played a tough schedule, probably a really tough schedule so far. So, they're ready to play us, and I know they've had a week to prepare. So, and we played Tuesday night, but they're definitely a really balanced team.
Okay, one more question. It's pink out night. You have a T-shirt on right now. Talk a little bit about the importance of the game, or of this specifically, if you will.
Well, I think cancer awareness is extremely important for everybody. It's a disease that's not going away. I specifically picked this night because my mom passed away a year ago from cancer, but so it's something that you never know when it's going to affect your family. And just, I think the more we can do to raise awareness is the best thing we can do.
All right. Thanks, Michael. Excited.
Yep. Thank you.
Alan Seabrook, the Dodgeville coach. More after this at AM 1590 WPVL.
Pregame 3. The 2025 WGLR Holiday Auction is this Saturday, December 6th at Tim Slack Auction and Realty in Lancaster, starting at 8:15 a.m. Listen to 97.7 Country for all the fun. Bid online at timslackauctionrealty.com or call 608-723-5106. The Holiday Auction supports the Grant County Food Pantries, along with families and children with financial needs. Thank you to our annual sponsors, Breckler Lindusky Insurance Group, Tim Slack Auction and Realty, and TDS Telecom. The 2025 WGLR Holiday Auction this Saturday.
Whether it's on the farm, at the job site, or just the front lawn, Napa has the parts to get the job done. Hydraulic hoses, PTO drive shafts, even bucket teeth are just some of the parts that can be found at Napa. For smaller equipment like lawnmowers, snowblowers, or snowmobiles, we carry essential maintenance items such as belts, filters, and fluids. Stop in today at Napa Auto and Truck Parts, Highway 14 East Richland Center, and Highway 61 Bosqueville.
Pregame 3.
The Dodgeville High School Band with our national anthem, proving yet again that whether sung or played, the national anthem is best performed live. Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school basketball presented by Cuba City, Kieler, Darlington Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters over at Doors on ESPN Radio and 1590 WPVL and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel with live and archive coverage powered by H&M Plumbing, Heating, Electrical, and Lely Center, Monroe. Time for the starting lineups presented by Fuller's Milker Center. See Fuller's complete hygiene line and options for your brand new dairy setup or existing parlor remodel. Fuller's in Lancaster and Richland Center and at fullersmilkercenter.com. Platteville 4-0. And they will start. Sarai Stone, 5'9" sophomore, 11 points a game. And, well, that's an interesting way to start. The Dodgers throwing T-shirts at their fans. Let's continue the starting lineup. Meanwhile, Maggie Grabin, 5'8" senior, 3 points, 2 rebounds a game. Avery Richard, 5'8" junior, 14.8 points, 3 rebounds a game. And Layla Schuler, 5'7" senior, 5.3 points, 5.3 rebounds a game. And Rihanna Dye, 6'2 junior, 12 points, 13.8 boards a game. Dodgeville 1 and 2. Their only win, a 58-56 win over Evansville. They have lost to Mineral Point and Viroqua, and they will start Emma Doherty, 5'5 sophomore, 6.3 points a game. Addison Riley, 5'9 junior, 3.4 points a game. Last season, Lydia Riley, 5'4 junior. Abilene Bartz, 5'10 junior. And Marlene McGraw, 5'9 junior. And we are off and running from Dodgeville High School. And the first shot is a miss by the Hillmen on a 3, but they get it back. And here's Dye passing inside off of Schuler, and a held ball, the first of the ball game, and this will go to Dodgeville. We are broadcasting from the Ayers Furniture Best Seat in the House. In the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth, Ayers Furniture, downtown Ridgeway, for free delivery on heirloom quality furniture for every room in your home. For what's sure to be the best seat in your house, be sure to visit AyersFurniture.com. There is a turnover in the lane. Dye comes up with it. Here's Stone at the right wing, passes underneath, and that is taken away underneath the Hillman basket. Our injury report, by the way, brought to you by Russell Law Offices. Their experienced team of personal injury lawyers will fight for your rights, help you get the compensation you deserve. Visit RussellLawWI.com. And the ball tipped out of bounds, and there are no injuries to report. Colors of the game presented by Cuba City Family Dental, Kieler Family Dental, and Darlington Family Dental. 3 convenient locations to serve your dental needs. Dodgeville in the home white jerseys, orange numbers, black trim, and Platteville in the Cardinal jerseys, white numbers and trim. And meanwhile, in the lane, Platteville comes up with it. And here is Richard at the right wing. And a pass underneath, and that is taken away by the Dodgers. And heading back in the other direction, here is Lydia Riley over to Addison Riley. And there's a funny thing about those, an unusual thing about those two, I guess, is we'll have a traveling call, and that wipes out an attempted drive to the basket. Lydia Riley and Addison Riley, for having the same sounding last names, they're spelled differently. It's I before E for Lydia and E before I for Addison. No score, 90 seconds in this English lesson brought to you by. Here's Richard in the corner. Pass up top to Schuler, not the left wing, is Stone. Back at the right wing is Richard. Pass up top, over to the left wing. Stone for 3, bullseye. That starts the scoring. 3-0 Platteville. And we are now 2 minutes into the first half. And there's the answer. Addison Riley with the basket from the left wing, and it's 3-2, 15:47 left in the first half, and then a shot miss, and back comes Dodgeville with it. Dodgeville and Platteville, of course, were in one of the more epic battles for a title back in 2018 as a turnover in the lane picked up by Platteville. And Schuler waiting for Richard. Now she comes over to get it. And now between the circles, driving, and a pass out to the corner, and a 3 for Stone, too hard. But the rebound grabbed by Schuler, and a reset. And grab it over to Richard, left wing. She goes into the lane. She lays it up, rolls off the rim. And the rebound grabbed by Riley, Addison Riley, but the rebound stolen away, and scoring is Layla Schuler. Avery Richard on the steal, and then she steals the ball right back. So it's 5-2, 14:47 remaining in the first half, and the shot from the corner is a miss, and Dodgeville ends up with a rebound. And bring it up is Lydia Riley. Riley over to the right wing, guarded by Richard, goes to the baseline, passes to the corner, and the jumper from there is off the rim by Doherty, but Dodgeville gets the rebound. But a traveling call, and that goes back to Platteville leading 5-2 with 14:23 remaining in the first half. Mountain City Bank's total line of credit allows you to use the equity in your home to do the things you want. Stop in a Mountain City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Learn more at mountaincitybank.com. We're also represented by McNett Electric in Belmont. They can assist you with all your electrical needs, whatever the need, agricultural, commercial, or residential. Chip and his crew at McNett Electric are on call, ready to help you. McNett Electric in Belmont. Over to the left wing it goes, and the shot good for Xavier Richard. And correction, that is Kinley Bendorf into the game for the first time, averaging 4.5 points a game, a freshman. And it's 7-2 Platteville. And the ball tipped out of bounds, and a foul will be called, our first of the game. Soraya Stone called for her first, as noted by Dan Docknall, the public address announcer here in Dodgeville. Ball inbounded far side of the basket. Over to the left wing it goes. And driving in from there, a short shot by Bartz. And the rebound grabbed by the Hillman. Here comes Richard up the far side. Over to the corner, to the left wing, to a three. Bullseye for Bendorf. And it's 10-2 Platteville with 13:30 left in the first half. Dodgeville brings it up over to the right wing. It's Lydia Riley. Heads to the corner. She's pestered by Bendorf. Back to the right wing, looking for somebody to pass to, and Bendorf is all over her, and that's going to force a timeout. 30-second timeout called by Dodgeville with 13:12 left in the first half, and Platteville leading 10-2. Anytime Roofing. Visit anytimeroofingwi.com to see how Anytime Roofing can help you with your next roofing or siding project. Applied Micro, your computer and networking specialist in Platteville, Dodgeville, appliedmicro.biz. Community First Bank, viewing the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience yourself the difference at Community First Bank, cfbank.com, member FDIC. Southwest Health has over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists, so you can have specialized care without traveling far from home. Learn more about their specialty services at southwesthealth.org. And we're brought to you by Lely Center Monroe. Call your local dairy automation specialist, Jordan Wilson, at Lely Center Monroe. 13-12 left in the first half, and Platteville with a 10-2 lead on Dodgeville. The inbounds pass goes to Doherty, and then a pass into the lane. It looked like a walk, didn't get called. Bendorf tried to steal it, but it's grabbed back, and Bartz puts up the shot and misses, and the rebound grabbed by Bendorf, and over to the right wing and to the corner it goes. And Stone back out. Now Bendorf at the left wing. Gets it over to Dye, left baseline. Now driving in is Richard. Doesn't get the drop. Dye gets the rebound, and she'll head to the foul line. With 12:40 remaining in the first half, Dodgeville's first foul is Addison Riley's first foul as well. Rihanna Dye on the season, 57% from the foul line and short on the first. Grand Regional Health Center's ortho team, Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco PAC, provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grand Regional Health Center, better health starts here. Second free throw good, 1 of 2 for Dye. Extends the Platteville lead to 11-2 with 12:40 left in the first half, and problems on the inbound pass, but they do get it in to Riley. And now brought up across half court. Doherty at the right wing. Passes over to the corner and then back out. At the right wing along the arc. Now to the foul line. Doherty, ball is tipped away. And back the other way on the steal is Soraya Stone. And it's 13-2 Platteville, 12:07 remaining in the first half. Bounce pass, pressure defense, of course, by the Hillman. Brought up by Doherty to the right wing. She goes to the baseline, pass backside, laid up and in. And Josie Mallon, a 5'5 sophomore, gets the basket to make it 13-4 with 11:47 left in the first half. Three from the corner, short by Quinn Temperley, 5'8" sophomore who's in the game. 7.5 points a game for her. A couple more subs in the game. The entire staff of Faraday Incorporated in Platteville proudly supports our Platteville High School Hillman athletes. It's a great day to be a Hillman. Go Platteville. Century 21 affiliated in Boscoville. See Bobby Joe, Hans, Allison, or Richard for all your real estate needs. Century 21 in Boscoville. Doherty brings it up the far side. Now goes parallel to the half-court line. Now goes to the right wing, lobs it into the lane, and nobody there for Dodgeville. It's stolen by Temperley, and she passes to the right wing, and the three for Bendorf, but it won't count. And it's a turnover, so it goes back to Dodgeville with 11:18 left in the first half. Melby Funeral Home and Crematory in Platteville offers a history of caring and understands that each family is unique and will honor personal requests and tradition. Matt and Laura Melby Funeral Home and Crematory. We're also brought to you by Anderson Weber Towing in Dubuque, powering our audio stream. Anderson Weber Towing in Dubuque when you are ready. And the Hillmans steal the inbounds pass, and a three doesn't go from the right wing by Grobent. Back the other way, a layup that will not go for Doherty. And it's picked up by Bendorf. Up the far side, pass to the corner. And in traffic, the shot doesn't go, but the rebound grabbed. And over at the right wing, Mia Hoosier, 5'7" junior. Three from the corner, bullseye for Temperley. And Quinn Temperley makes it 16-4 Platteville, 10:38 remaining in the first half. Doherty lobs it inside, and then attracting three defenders immediately. Now pass out to the right wing, and Lydia Riley, driving in and putting it up and missing is Bartz. Platteville comes up with a rebound up the far side. And Schuler over to the right wing, Temperley for three off the side of the rim and out of bounds. And it will go back to Dodgeville with 10:10 left in the first half and a 16-4 Platteville lead. West End Salvage in Lancaster. See Junkyard Joe Krantz of the West End Salvage team for recycling as well as construction and demolition waste to West End Salvage in Lancaster. Claire Bank with their 8 convenient locations in Southwest Wisconsin. Proud to support our community events. Claire Bank, where they say we can do that. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Here's McGraw up top. Pass into the lane. Kind of a no-look pass. And Lydia Riley lays it up and in. Nice pass by McGraw. 16-6 with 9:49 left in the first half. And then Rihanna Dye with a quick answer, and it's 18-6 with 9:40 left in the first half. And the right wing three for Bartz doesn't go. Platteville comes up with a rebound. And here's the pass out to the corner. And the three from there, bullseye for Layla Schuler with a three. My view in my defense was obstructed. Actually, it's a two inside the arc. My view was obstructed by the standing Dodgeville students, most of whom are wearing some shade of pink. Layla Schuler, meanwhile, called for her first foul, second on the Hillman, with 9:14 left in the first half. Drive into the lane and a shot and a miss from McGraw. And Platteville comes up with the rebound. It looks right now like Platteville's got an extra player out there, particularly on defense. Here's the top of the silo three that doesn't go, and the rebound grabbed by Bartz. And she brings it up to the foul or to the lane, laid it up and hit the side of the rim and didn't go, and Dye there for the rebound. And Richard passes to the corner, and Stone, who's back in the game. Now into the lane, the pass, the basket for Dye, and a foul. With 8:39 left in the first half. Foul on McGraw, her first. And Dye is one of two from the foul line. Will either get better or worse to try to complete the three-point play. Herms' Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington. And Herms's Ace Hardware at the bottom of Main and Platteville. See Herms's for the perfect paint for your next project. Herms's Ace Hardware, Bloomington and Platteville. And she improves her free throw shooting by hitting the free throw 23-6 Platteville with 8:38 left in the first half. Bob's Electric in Dodgeville offers top quality appliances from GE, Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, Frigidaire, and Speed Queen. Bob's Electric in Dodgeville. And a pass into the lane is tipped away and stolen by Stone. And now Richard up top drives the lane, contact, nothing called, and she misses the shot. And the rebound grabbed by Mallon. And back the other way comes Dodgeville. In the corner, the three from McGraw, too hard. And the rebound wrestled away by Richard. And she races up the side of the floor at a timeout called by Platteville, a 30. With 7:58 left in the first half and a 23-6 Platteville lead on ESPN Radio AM 1590 WPVL.
In game one. Like any business, success in dairying is often determined by who you know rather than what you know. That's why it's good to know the pros at Fuller's, your Gia dealer. Fuller's is your source for the automated milking systems line and all of the latest in automated milking systems. Make your operation more efficient and profitable and get the most out of your dairy herd by partnering with the experts at Fuller's Milker Center, LLC, your local Gia dealer in Lancaster, Richland Center, and Fuller'sMilkerCenter.com. If you're upgrading a home or business, call the trusted pros at Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. They offer a premium selection of CHI overhead doors, combining style, durability, and security for both residential and commercial properties. Need rain gutters to protect your building from water damage? Carey's has you covered there too. Learn more at Carey'sGuttersAndDoors.com. They sell the best and service the rest. Get the quality you deserve at Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors, Belmont, and Prairie du Chien.
In game one.
Each team has called a timeout. Platteville leading 23-6 over Dodgeville, 7:37 remaining in the first half. And up top is Stone, over to the right wing and Richard, over to the left wing and Graben, who fakes a shot. Now the pass inside to Schuler, that is short, but Dye chases down the rebound and a reset and a right wing three. Bullseye for Richard. 26-6. With 7:14 remaining in the first half, and another steal grabbed away by Richard, and the foul line, and the one inside the foul line, the one-hand jumper makes it 28-6 with 7:02 remaining in the first half. Ball brought up, Bartz against, and there's nearly a steal against pressure. The ball's tipped into the Dodgeville bench. It'll go back to Dodgeville with 6:53 left in the first half. Russell Law Offices, local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Russell Law Offices, Platteville, Dodgeville, and Darlington. Over at the right wing, where the basketball is Doherty, and between the circles, Bartz goes left to the point, tries to find somebody to pass to, and is being really guarded tightly over to the right wing, and Doherty to whistle, and that's going to be a turnover. Traveling call on and that's actually a turnover. Traveling, I believe it was, with 6:29 left in the first half. Brian's Auto Body and Paint Specialist. The pros of Brian's get the job done right. For unexpected dings or major repair projects, head to Brian's Auto Body and Paint in Lancaster. At the left wing, Richard. Pass up top and over to the quarter. And Dye is in the quarter. And then the ball is stolen and then tipped out of bounds, and it will go back to Dodgeville, or Platteville, despite the fact that Alan Seabrook was pointing that it should go to Dodgeville. Breckler Insurance Group, for all your insurance needs. See Steve Lendeski at Breckler Insurance in Fenimore. Breckler Insurance, serving Southwest Wisconsin for over 95 years. And a right quarter three, bullseye for Quinn Temperley. And it's 31-6 Platteville with under 6 minutes in the first half. Driving the lane, stolen, wrestled away by Dye. And she wasn't hesitating with that. Here's a corner three for Stone. That is high off the rim and out of bounds, so off of one of the Dodgers. It'll go back to Platteville with 5:41 left in the first half. We're brought to you by WCC Brands Custom Apparel in Kieler, WCC-brands.com, and Cole Acres Golf and Grill in Cuba City and Cole Acres Golf and Grill.com. Gorgon Funeral Services, caring for families since 1916. Gorgon Funeral Services, Dodgeville and Mineral Point. And a timeout. 5:41 left first half. 31-6 Platteville on ESPN Radio AM 1590 WPVL.
In Game 2. Attention business owners. Are you tired of monthly fees eating into your profits? Look no further than People's State Bank. People's State Bank's business checking account has no monthly service charge. Yes, you heard that right. 0 monthly service charge. But that's not all. Enjoy free ATM and debit cards, free online and mobile banking, and free bill pay services. With People's State Bank, managing your business finances has never been easier or more affordable. Stop wasting your hard-earned money on unnecessary fees. Switch to People's State Bank today and take care of your business finances. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
Hi, this is Doug Dalter with Dubuque Mattress. Mattresses are not something that you should have to unbox and set up yourself. Frankly, they're cumbersome. That's why at Dubuque Mattress, we deliver, set up, and get rid of the old mattress for you. And it's not just for people in Dubuque. We deliver just about anywhere. Chicago, Des Moines, Minneapolis, Kansas City, or anywhere in between. So, when it's time for you to get a new mattress, let Dubuque Mattress take care of all of it for you. Dubuque Mattress, for the rest of your life.
Dubuque Mattress Factory, you get a little snooze time.
In Game 2.
5:30 left in the first half. 31-6 Platteville. Dodgeville called its second timeout. And a foul on Marley McGraw, which is her second, Dodgeville's third. And a three from the corner. Bullseye for Quinn Temperley. 34-6 with 5:17 left in the first half. And the ball tipped away, and it'll go back to Actually, it'll go back to Dodgeville, but Platteville is just absolutely, completely dominating this game to this point as Mia Hoosier checks back in. TriStar Pallets of Highland and TriStar Mulch Cobb in Platteville. Beautify your home with decorative colored mulch. Give Jim Drury and the gang a call at TriStar Pallets of Highland and TriStar Mulch Cobb in Platteville. In the backcourt, a foul on Platteville. And that foul's on Kinley Bendorf, her first. Third on the Hillman in the first half. The inbounds pass at half court. And it gets inside, or gets over to Lydia Riley. Over at on the baseline, a traveling call, trying to pass the ball out of there. Carver's Hardwood Flooring. For hardwood flooring, stair installation, or refinishing needs, call Ryan Carver, the Old National Wood Flooring Association certified installer, sander, and finisher in the tri-state area. Carver's Hardwood Flooring in Benton. Underneath, over the right side, a held ball, and that'll go back to Platteville as Maggie Grobin checks back in. Ball being inbounded to the far side of the basket. We're brought to you by Boss Electric. Call Brad Adrian and Josh Pusher, Boss Electric, Lancaster, and Fenimore. And here's the inbounds pass over to the corner, and the quick three doesn't go for Hoosier, but the offensive rebound, and on the other side, a three for Bendorf doesn't go from the left wing. And Dodgeville gets the rebound and brings it up with 4:32 left in the first half. And the ball tipped away, and actually it was apparently last touched by Bartz. So back to Platteville it goes with 4:27 left in the first half. Krantz Auto Parts and Krantz Hardware do it best. See Rob Krantz and the crew for full service repair on cars and light trucks too. Krantz Auto Parts and Krantz Hardware do it best in Fenimore. Pass over at the left wing to Stone. And underneath, a held ball with Hoosier trying to get it or keep it. And that will go back to the Dodgers. McGraw will inbound. And the ball brought up across half court as we come down to 4 minutes left of the first half by Lydia Riley, and then tipped away, and they end up losing it out of bounds. Sloan Implement, your official John Deere dealer. Bloomington, Cuba City, Montford, and at Sloans.com. People's State Bank. For personal, home, business, and ag loans, visit one of their convenient area locations or visit peoplesfinancial.com, member FDIC. Up top, Stone to the left wing. The 3 for Richard doesn't go and goes out of bounds. They'll go back to Dodgeville with 3:52 left in the first half. Gary's Pest Control in Dinkyville. Gary's Pest Control salutes our local athletes. Gary's Pest Control, over 40 years of professional, friendly service. 3:44 left in the first half. 34-6, Platteville, and another Dodgeville turnover. And this is going to be McGraw's third foul. And that one was on offense. And the quick pass underneath and then back over to Stone for 2. She doesn't get it. And the rebound is grabbed by Doherty. And at the left wing, a 3 for Lydia Riley. Right wing, actually, doesn't go. Offensive rebound by Addison Riley. Lydia Riley right at the point. Over to Doherty at the right wing. Pass tipped away by Schuler and stolen. And then coming out is Richard. Richard now gets it after the steal from Stone. Richard in the lane, and she gets called for traveling with 3:01 left in the first half. Culver's of Platteville, welcome to Delicious. Try their made-to-order Butterburgers and fresh frozen custard. Dine in, drive through, or order through the app and take your food to go. Culver's of Platteville, proud to serve the community for over 29 years. 2:56 left of the first half, and Platteville has led the whole way, 34-6. Here's a left wing jumper from the left side of the lane, doesn't go, and Dye comes up with the rebound, and Richard brings it up the far side, and to the corner, driving, and short by Stone, wrestled away on the rebound by Bartz, and brought up with 2:30 left in the first half. McGraw, who is still out there with 3 fouls. The shot by Doherty doesn't go. And the rebound grabbed by Platteville with 2:17 left in the first half, and take it all the way in. And sort of a deflected shot. Battle under the basket. Ball tipped out to the left wing, picked up by Stone and Grabant. And then quickly Richard for 3 from the corner. Bullseye. And Richard makes it 37-6, under 2 minutes left in the first half. Over at the left wing, pass from McGraw over to the right wing, and Mallon, and a whistle, and that's going to be a foul on Dodgeville. Or actually a turnover. The result gives the ball back to Platteville anyway, or either way, with 1:44 left in the first half. We're brought to you by Mountain City Bank. Their total line of credit allows you to use the equity in your home to do the things you want. Stop in at Mountain City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Learn more at mountcitybank.com. 100 seconds left of the first half. That cannot end soon enough for Dodgeville. Here's a pass into the lane for Schuler, and underneath Dye. And Dye got double teamed. It gets called for the double dribble underneath with 1:27 left of the first half. McNett Electric in Belmont can assist you with all your electrical needs, whatever the need. Agricultural, commercial, or residential. Chip and his crew at McNett Electric are on call ready to help you. McNett Electric Belmont. We're also brought to you by Anytime Roofing. Visit AnytimeRoofingWI.com to see how Anytime Roofing can help with your next roofing or siding project. Underneath, the ball was dribbled out of bounds, and so back to Platteville. It goes with 1:13 left of the first half, and a 37-6 Platteville lead. Applied Micro, your computer networking specialist in Platteville, Dodgeville, at appliedmicro.biz. Shot underneath by Schuler, tipped out of her hands, out of bounds. Back to Platteville with 1:07 left of the half. Community First Bank, viewing the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience yourself the difference at Community First Bank. CFBank.com, member FDIC. Bounce pass into the lane. Schuler wrestles it away and got fouled in the process with 1:05 left in the first half. And that foul is on Sarah Moyle, a 5'8 sophomore. And then Dodgeville comes up with a steal. And here's the pass over to the corner, and Bart's at the left wing, drives into the lane, shoots from inside the foul line, doesn't get it. Dye on the rebound. Back comes Richard, splits defenders. And a held ball is called. It stays with Platteville with 44.9 seconds left in the first half. Southwest Health has over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists, so you can have specialized care without traveling far from home. Learn more about their specialty services at Southwest Health, .org. At the right wing is Temperley. Richard between the circles, 37 seconds left in the half. Bounce pass up top. Temperley over to the right wing, Richard. And the turnaround by Dye, right elbow is good. Dye from the elbow makes it 39-6 with 20 seconds left of the first half. And here's Bartz with it up top to Doherty. Passes to the left side and Moyle. And then picked up and a left wing three too hard. And the rebound by Dye with 5 seconds left in the half. And Richard in traffic gets fouled. No, she didn't. She got called for traveling with 1.2 seconds left in the half. So what's Dodgeville going to do when they have to take it about 80 feet in 1.2 seconds? The inbounds to Bartz. Bartz from behind half court is short. And that is the half, and a half that is absolutely dominated by Platteville. Platteville 39, Dodgeville 6. More after this on AM 1590 WPVL.
In game 3.
Hello, Mitch here from Kieler Family Dental. There's never been a better time to explore what's possible for you and your family at our 3 state-of-the-art facilities. From routine dental care to same-day crowns to clear aligners, veneers, and implants, we cover a wide spectrum of dental services. Call our team and experience patient-centered care for you and your family at Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental. Ask about our new patient specials. Keep smiling, Tri-States.
Steve Schmidt Sports Treasures Plus in Stoughton has unique team treasures. They have over 25,000 signed sports cards, plus autographed photos, bobbleheads, caps, signed baseballs, and more. That's Steve Schmidt Sports Treasures Plus in Stoughton.
Our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school sports on Queen Bee Radio is presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental, and by Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. Check out our upcoming schedule at am1590wpvl.com.
In game 3.
We are also brought to you by Lely Center Monroe. Call your local dairy automation specialist, Jordan Wilson, at Lely Center Monroe. 39-6. Platteville leads Dodgeville at the half. More after this on AM 1590 WPVL.
In game 4.
Brighten your holiday season with Grant Regional Health Center Auxiliaries Festival of Trees, Friday, December 5th and Saturday, December 6th, in conjunction with Lancaster Chambers Frosty Night of Cheer. See a wonderful array of decorated trees sponsored by local businesses and community groups, purchase homemade cookies, and stop by the Kids Corner where little ones can pick a gift to wrap to give to a loved one. All happening at the Congregational Church on the Square in Lancaster. Visit grantregional.com to learn more about Festival of Trees December 5th and 6th. See you there.
Folks, the clock is ticking. Are you ready to get in the game? While your neighbors are stuck on the bench with a leaky shed, Cleary Building Corp is out here throwing down monster dunks in custom buildings. Whether you need a sports facility, storage for all your gear, or just a winning space to hang out, Cleary's Dream Team designs and builds it like the pros they are. Get in the game with Cleary Building Corp. Call today and let's build a winner.
With pride, before the shamrocks applied.
In game 4.
We are also brought to you by Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team, Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC. They provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, better health starts here. 39-6, Platteville over Dodgeville at the half. More after this. Actually, the Magnet Electric halftime report after this on ESPN Radio AM 1590 WPVL.
In game 5.
I'm here today with Nick Heston from Anderson Weber Toyota in Dubuque. Nick, it seems like hybrids are dominating the roads, but there aren't many charging locations in Dubuque.
Agreed. Luckily, Toyota hybrids don't require plug-in charging. The Toyota hybrid system is built to charge while the vehicle is being driven, so there is no need for plug-in charging.
That's awesome. But what about the battery life? Should people be worried about its longevity?
Not at all. Toyota has sold over 5 million hybrids in the last 25 years. Plus, their battery warranty covers you for 10 years or 150,000 miles.
How does regular maintenance on a hybrid compare to a gas model?
Toyota hybrid vehicles require the same maintenance as gas-powered models and oftentimes even less. For example, the hybrid model's regenerative braking charges the battery while slowing down the vehicle, increasing the life of the vehicle's brake pads.
Wow, it seems like there's a lot of benefits in choosing a hybrid Toyota. Visit Anderson Weber in Dubuque to learn more and take a test drive today.
In Game 5.
Grand Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school basketball presented by Cuba City, Kieler, Darlington Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on ESPN Radio AM 1590 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel powered by H&M Plumbing, Heating, Electrical, and Lely Center, Monroe. Time for the McNett Electric halftime report. For all your electrical needs, call McNett Electric in Belmont. Well, it's 39-6. Platteville has absolutely, totally dominated this game to this point, and it's been a mix of inside and outside tonight. Avery Richard with 10 points, Quinn Temperley with 9 off the bench, all on threes. Sarai Stone with 5 points. Brianna Dye actually with 8 points. Kelly Bendorf with 5. And Layla Schuler with 2 points. No matter 2 of 3 from the foul line. And for Dodgeville, pretty easy to add up. Lydia Riley with 4 points. Josie Mallon with 2 points. And that is literally it. Neither team got into the bonus in the first half. And not that it really matters in a 33-point game perhaps, but Marley McGraw got 3 fouls and stayed in the game. So not much more to say than that. 39-6, Platteville over Dodgeville at the half. More after this on ESPN Radio AM 1590 WPVL.
In Game 6.
Hi, this is Christine Raleigh of Raleigh Cheese, wishing all area athletes successful seasons. Cheese is a great source of protein for school lunches or a snack before the big game. Stop in and try some of our award-winning artisan cheeses like Dunbarton Blue, Red Rock, and Little Mountain. We have fresh cheese curds weekly and a wide variety of snacks and beverages, plus made-to-order cheese trays. Shop locally and taste the difference of handmade Wisconsin cheese at Raleigh Cheese House on the corner of Highways 11 and 23, Shellsburg.
The 2025 WGLR Holiday Auction is this Saturday, December 6th at Tim Slack Auction and Realty in Lancaster, starting at 8:15 a.m. Listen to 97.7 Country for all the fun. Bid online at tinslackauctionrealty.com or call 608-723-5106. The Holiday Auction supports the Grant County Food Pantries along with families and children with financial needs. Thank you to our annual sponsors, Breckler Lindusky Insurance Group, Tim Slack Auction and Realty, and TDS Telecom. The 2025 WGLR Holiday Auction this Saturday.
In Game 6.
Grand Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school basketball presented by Cuba City, Kieler, Darlington Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on ESPN Radio AM 1590 WPVL and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel powered by H&N Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical and Lely Center, Monroe. 39-6, Platteville leads Dodgeville at the half. Also on the Shoebox scoreboard presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest at the half. Cuba City leading Darlington 27-23. That's on Super It's 106. At the half, Mineral Point leading Fenimore 29-21. Of course, the Golden Eagles are undefeated. That is on X1071. There is a final. Iowa Grant beat Boscoville tonight 61-52. That was on 97.7 Country WGLR. And Fighting Saints leading Green Bay 1-0 after a period. Probably the only time that people in the tri-state, well, I shouldn't say that, it's the Bears. So forget I said anything. Also, going on tonight, as we mentioned in girls basketball in the SWC, River Valley's at Prairie du Chien, Lancaster, Richland Center. In the SWAL, Riverdale is at Southwestern. In the Six Rivers tonight, Albany Monticello at Belmont, Blackhawk at Highland, River Ridge at Judah, Barneville at Potosi Cassville, Argyle Pecatonica at Shullsburg, and Benton is at East Dubuque. Ridge and Valley tonight, Ithaca Weston at Lafarge, Westby at Seneca, Kickapoo at DeSoto, North Crawford at Rosika Student, and in the Steuben, and in the NUI West, Lena Winslow at Warren, and West Carroll is at Morrison. A handful of games in the SWC tonight. In boys, Prairie du Chien is at Viroqua in the SWC. In the SWAL, Riverdale's at North Crawford. In the Six Rivers, Potosi Cassville is at River Ridge, Illinois. That is the first Potosi Cassville boys basketball game. And in the Ridge and Valley tonight, Cooley Christian is at Weston, Lafarge at New Lisbon, and Wanawak Center is at Ithaca. 39-6, Platteville over Dodgeville at the second half after this on AM 1590 WPVL.
In Game 7.
Skilled trade workers are the backbone of every community and also the Army National Guard. Soldiers trained to keep the power flowing, engines running, and in every other trade needed to accomplish the mission. These soldiers are on the fast track to learning skills that can set them up for success at home with companies looking to hire the best. Their resumes are being built through their paid training and part-time service. Find out how you too can learn a trade profession by visiting NationalGuard.com. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Army National Guard. Aired by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association and this station.
Buying a mattress can seem overwhelming. How soft should you go, or how firm? How much support do you need? All great questions and all tough to figure out without the right guidance. Hi, I'm Jeremy Culbertson, and I've been building and selling mattresses with Dubuque Mattress for over 10 years, and with our guidance, we take all the stress out of mattress shopping. We guarantee you will love your Dubuque mattress, or we'll change it for you until you do.
Dubuque Mattress Factory, you get a little snooze time.
In Game 7.
Grand Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school basketball presented by Cuba City and Kieler and Darlington Family Dental and Carey's Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on ESPN Radio AM 1590 WPVL. We start the second half with a score 39-6 Platteville. And we'll see how long Platteville keeps their starters in. They have a game Monday night at Darlington. And the three from the right side for Emma Doherty starts the half on a good wave for Dodgeville. It's 39-9. And here is a left wing three, and that's off the rim. But the offensive rebound grabbed by Schuler, and another left wing three doesn't go for Richard. And quickly back the other way. Long pass down, laid up and in by Lydia Riley. And Riley makes it 41-11. It is now 41-11 as Platteville gets the basket. So kind of a high-tempo start here for the second half. As I said, Platteville's got Darlington. They have a trip to Darlington on Monday. And it doesn't get any easier for Dodgeville as the ball tipped out of bounds because Dodgeville has to play Barneveld on Tuesday. And Barneveld, of course, one of the teams in the murderously tough Six Rivers East. It's crazy. You got 5 teams in the Six Rivers East, and 3 of them are literally capable of going to state, as Barneveld did last year, of course. Long shot, long miss. Rebound by Richard. The one-hander doesn't go. Dye gets the rebound. That will not go. Dye gets her own rebound. That doesn't go. Dye wrestles it away and then loses it out of bounds. Well, we can't blame the effort. Mountain City Bank's total line of credit allows you to use the equity in your home to do the things you want. Stop in at Mountain City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC to Equal Housing Lender. Learn more at mountaincitybank.com. Over the left to the point, Doherty picks up a screen from Addison Riley. Now a quick pass underneath, shot and a miss, and Reaching up to get the rebound is Dye, and Richard brings it up the far side. Almost 2 minutes into the second half, and the right wing three doesn't go for Grobit. Rebound on the backside doesn't go. Rebound grabbed by Schuler. Her shot is blocked. Gets it back, and will go to the foul line with 15:56 remaining. Lydia Riley called for her first. And obviously the first of the second half. And the first free throw good for Grobint, who comes into the game perfect at the foul line. Now 5 for 5. Well, so much for that. 5 for 6. That's always how it works. So the free throw missed. Ball goes out of bounds. It's 42-11 Platteville. 15:54 remaining. McNett Electric and Belmont can assist you with all your electrical needs. Whatever the need, agricultural, commercial, or residential. Chip and his crew, McNett Electric, are on call, ready to help you, McNett Electric and Belmont. Doherty passes to the corner, and now coming out to the left wing. Doherty the pass inside McGraw, who got 3 fouls in the first half. And then a shot from the far side is a miss. Richard back the other way. And Richard at the right wing. And then has the ball tipped away from her from behind, and Dodgeville comes up with it. They're at least playing. I mean, it's not like they were not trying in the first half, certainly, but they're playing with a little more energy, actually, it seems. It's kind of hard to play with a lot of energy if you look up at the scoreboard. So I think a coach there probably just says, look, it's nothing. Play it like that. Lydia Rowley into the lane, attracts 3 defenders. Out to the right wing, Bartz for 3, rattles out. And the ball loose, picked up by Schuler. And here comes Richard up the near side. And Richard is going to go to the lane, lays it up and in, and a foul. With 14:46 left in the second half. And Richard, who is shooting 50% from the line, will try to complete the three-point play. The foul on Doherty, her first. And the second of the second half on the Dodgers. Anytime Roofing. Visit AnytimeRoofingWI.com to see how Anytime Roofing can help you with your next roofing or siding project. Free throw completes the three-point play. It's 45-11. Platteville with 14:46 left. Applied Micro, your computer and networking specialist, Platteville, Dodgeville, AppliedMicro.biz. And Community First Bank, if you're in the communities where you live, work, and play, experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank. CFBank.com, member FDIC. And 2 players go down for Dodgeville as the pass went up top and out of bounds. And Bartz looked like she got shaken up and lost her shoe in the process. Alan Seabrook comes over to see if she's all right. Southwest Health, by the way, has over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists, so you can have specialized care without traveling far from home. Learn more about their specialty services at southwesthealth.org. We're also brought to you by Laley Center Monroe. Call your local dairy automation specialist, Jordan Wilson, at Laley Center Monroe. Bartz gets up. She's all right. Alan Seabrook wants an additional word with one of the officials, the referees tonight, Mark Hagerty, Richard Leisinger, and Brian Mackey, excuse me. And Seabrook slowly walks back to the bench. And Lydia Riley, who had come out, comes back in. Grand Regional Health Center's ortho team, Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC, provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grand Regional Health Center, better health starts here. Timperley misses a shot. Dye rebounds. Platteville still with it. In the corner, a 3. Bullseye for Layla Schuler. And it's 48-11. And we are 4 minutes into the second half. Doherty left wing, behind the back dribble, goes left side of the lane, passes toward the lane, and laying it up and missing is Sarah Moyle, And Platteville comes up with a rebound and a foul with 13:51 remaining. Lydia Riley called for her third against the Dodgers in the second half. We're brought to you by Faraday Incorporated. The entire staff of Faraday Incorporated in Platteville proudly supports our Platteville High School Hillman athletes. It's a great day to be a Hillman. Go Platteville. Dodgers steal the ball, head back their direction, and a foul called with 13:44 left. Soraya Stone called for her first of the second half on the Hillman. Century 21 affiliated in Boscoville. See Bobby Joe, Hans, Allison, or Richard for all your real estate needs. Century 21 in Boscoville. Lydia Riley between the circles. Goes to the deep right wing. And then passes over to Moyle. Into the lane it goes. And trying to find somebody to pass to was Riley, Addison Riley. The three from the right wing doesn't go for Lydia Riley. Offensive rebound by Doherty, and she puts it up and in. 48-13, 13-16 remaining. Platteville has been in charge the whole way. And here's Richard at the right wing, into Dye. Dye turns around, lays it up and in. Brianna Dye makes it 50-13 as we hit 13 minutes left. And it'll be brought up by Lydia Riley. Crosses half court. Gets it over to Moyle. Moyle now Doherty at the left wing. She puts it up for three from there. Doesn't get it. Rebound goes right to Richard. Richard one-on-one. Takes it all the way in and lays it up and in. 52-13. Platteville with 12:33 remaining. And a timeout called by Dodgeville. This will be a full timeout because they used their 2:30s in the first half. 52-13 Platteville. 12 and a half left on AM 1590 WPVL.
In game 8.
If you're upgrading a home or business, call the trusted pros at Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. They offer a premium selection of CHI overhead doors, combining style, durability, and security for both residential and commercial properties. Need rain gutters to protect your building from water damage? Carey's has you covered there too. Learn more at Carey'sGuttersandDoors.com. They sell the best and service the rest. Get the quality you deserve at Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors, Belmont, and Prairie du Chien.
97.7 Country WGLR is your home for Green Bay Packers football. Hear our Casino Queen Marquette and West End Salvage of Lancaster broadcasts, proudly presented by Les Mack Chevy, Les Mack Ford, and Les Mack Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of Lancaster, where you can always get more from less. And Krantz Auto Parts and Krantz Hardware do it best of Fenimore all season long on our sister station, 97.7 Country WGLR.
In game 8.
Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school basketball presented by Cuba City, Kieler, Darlington Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on ESPN Radio AM 1590 WPVL. Platteville 52, Dodgeville 13 with 12:19 remaining. Pass up top to Josie Mallon. And over at the left wing, Bartz, who's back in the game. That's good to see. On the baseline, lays it up, doesn't get it. And a wrestling match in the lane. And a held ball. And it'll go to Platteville with 12:02 left. Melby Funeral Home and Crematory in Platteville offers a history of caring and understands that each family is unique and will honor personal requests and tradition. Matt and Laura Melby, Melby Funeral Home and Crematory in Platteville. Anderson Rubber Toyota in Dubuque, powering our audio stream. Anderson Rubber Toyota Dubuque when you are ready. Quinn Temperley with another three. And it's 55-13 with 11:47 remaining. In the lane, now backing in McGraw. And to Doherty underneath, who dropped it, picked it up, and then attracted three defenders. And a held ball. This will go back to Dodgeville with 11:35 left. West End Salvage in Lancaster. See Junkyard Joe Krantz of the West End Salvage team for recycling as well as construction and demolition waste to West End Salvage in Lancaster. Bounce pass into the lane, laid up and missed by McGraw. Dye on the rebound. And a quick pass down. And off the hands of Bendorf, who's back in the game. And back comes Dodgeville with it. Doherty misses a shot. Rebound pass underneath, laid up and in by Marley McGraw. And McGraw on the rebound makes it 55-15 with 11:10 remaining. And over the left corner, a three. That goes off the rim and out of bounds by Bendorf. And back to Dodgeville with 11:03 left. Claire Bank with her 8 convenient locations in Southwest Wisconsin. Proud to support our community events. Claire Bank, where they say we can do that. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Bob's Electric in Dodgeville offers top quality appliances from GE, Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, Frigidaire, and Speed Queen. Bob's Electric in Dodgeville. With the ball, Moyle. Now at the left wing is Mallon. Now at the left wing is McGraw. Over to the right wing, fake three. Drive inside by Riley, Lydia Riley. And she gets called for traveling with 10:44 left. Russell Law Offices, local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Russell Law Offices, Platteville, Dodgeville, Cuba City, and Darlington. In the corner, fake three by Bendorf. Passes inside, now back out to Bendorf. And underneath, wide open, Temperley got bumped on the shot. Nothing called. No point at this point, I guess. At a foul underneath. With 10:26 and left, it's not a foul. It is a held ball. I didn't see the other hand up. So it goes back to Platteville on alternate possession. Underneath, Richard misses the shot, gets her own rebound. Turnaround shot, that is short. Offensive rebound put in by Temperley. She can rebound and score also. 57-15 with 10:08 remaining. At the left wing, Bartz drives, foul with 10:06 left. Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington, and Hermson's Ace Hardware at the bottom of Main and Platteville. See Hermson's for the perfect paint for your next project. Hermson's Ace Hardware, Bloomington, and Platteville. The foul is on Bendorf, her second. Second on the Hillman in the second half, which has 10:06 remaining. Here's a pass into the lane from McGraw, lays it up and bounced around and then dropped in. 57-17, under 10 minutes left. And a whistle, the ball tipped out of bounds. Go back to Platteville. Brian's Auto Body and Paint Specialist. The pros at Brian's get the job done right for unexpected dings or major repair projects. Headed Brian's Auto Body and Paint in Platteville. In the game for the first time, Malia Temperley, 5'9" freshman. And she got fouled by Mallon, her first. Fourth against the Dodgers in the second half. Pass over to the far side, laid up and a miss and a foul with 9:49 left. And that'll be the second foul on Addison Riley. Platteville, well, this is going to be free throws here. Platteville only shot 3 free throws. That is, however, 3 more than Dodgeville shot in the first half. And the first free throw off the front of the rim for Bendorf, who is now 3 for 5 on the season. Breckler Insurance Group, for all your insurance needs. See Steve Landusky at Breckler Insurance in Fenimore. Breckler Insurance, serving Southwest Wisconsin for over 95 years. Second free throw is good, 1 of 2. Extends the Platteville lead that they have had the entire ball game to 58-17. We're brought to you by WCC Brands Custom Apparel in Kieler and WCC-brands.com and Cole Acres Golf and Grill in Cuba City, coleacresgolfandgrill.com. 9:37 remaining. Bartz passes into the lane. The turnaround by McGraw and a foul with 9:33 left. Mia Hoosier, who's back in the game, gets called for her first. And that's team foul number 3. And McGraw for 2, and the first one rims out. She will get one more. And the second free throw rims up. Battle for the rebound, and McGraw tipped it out of bounds. And so back to Platteville with 9:32 remaining until the Reeves Wealth Management postgame show. Pass out to the corner, and Quinn Temperley with it. Over to Malia Temperley. And there's nothing confusing about that. Two Rileys, two Temperleys on the floor. Here's a pass into the lane, a shot short from Schuler. And Dodgeville comes up with a rebound, brings it up with 9:08 remaining. And a top of the silo three from McGraw off the front of the rim. Offensive rebound by Bartz, puts it up from the lane. That doesn't go. Rebound up and good for McGraw. So McGraw ends up with a rebound and puts it in. And it's 58-19 with 8:49 remaining. Pass over to the corner and then back to Malia Temperley. And Quinn Temperley on the other side, back over to Malia for three off the front of the rim. Rebound grabbed by Bartz. And Bartz will take it all the way, but misses the shot. And the rebound grabbed by Malia Temperley. And here's Quinn Temperley with 8:30 remaining. For those who care about such things, well, we're going to have a timeout first. And I think it's just a substitution timeout, so we'll keep it here with 8:19 left. 58-19 Platteville. We're brought to you by Mound City Bank. Their total line of credit allows you to use the equity in your home to do the things you want. Stop in a Mound City Bank to apply. Offer subject to approval. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Learn more at moundcitybank.com. McNett Electric in Belmont can assist you with all your electrical needs, whatever the need. Agricultural, commercial, or residential. Chip and his crew at McNett Electric are on call, ready to help you. McNett Electric in Belmont. Anytime Roofing, visit AnytimeRoofingWI.com to see how Anytime Roofing can help with your next roofing or siding project. And Applied Micro, your computer and networking specialist, Platteville, Dodgeville, and AppliedMicro.biz. Shoebox Scoreboard presented by the Shoebox and Black Earth. Largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. Cuba City leading Darlington 41-34 under 6 minutes. That's on Super Hits 106. Iowa Grande has already beaten Boscoville tonight 61-52. That's on 97.7 Country WGLR. Mineral Point leading Fenimore at the half 29-21. That's on Super Hits. Well, now, let's try that again. Mineral Point and Fenimore tied at 42 with 2:29 left. And that is on X107.1. And meanwhile, a foul called on Bartz, which is her third. 6 on the Dodgers, and a banked-in shot by Soraya Stone to make it 60-19. And timeout Dodgeville with 7:36 remaining. 60-19 Platteville on AM 1590 WPVL.
In game 9.
People's State Bank is a locally owned and managed bank with convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology and low fees, People's State Bank is it. As a community bank, they're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become a part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
Are you thinking of buying or selling a home? Hit a home run with Home Key Real Estate. Kim Bussin is your local real estate expert and 5-star agent buying. They have a state-of-the-art website for all your searching needs. They provide first-time homebuyer assistance with the experience to help you find your perfect dream home. Selling? No problem. Ask about their discounted commission rates, free home evaluation, and available live or online auction services. Call one of our agents or call 608-642-0750 and ask for Kim. For your key to the future, go to homekeysearch.com today.
In game 9.
60-19 Platteville over Dodgeville. 7:36 remaining. We're brought to you by Community First Bank for the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience yourself the difference at Community First Bank, CFBank.com. Member FDIC. Pass in the lane goes straight up and stolen away by Platteville. Here's Quinn Temperley driving in and getting a trip to the foul line, and the clock is running. 7:11 remaining. The foul is the second on Sarah Moyle. Platteville led 39-6 at the half. And the first free throw, no good from Temperley, who was now 4 of 10 from the foul line on the season. You can tell it's an early game because you can actually use the actual numbers instead of just the percentages, and she misses both. Closest this game has been is, and I'm not kidding about this, 3-2. Platteville, as I said, is just absolutely, totally dominated the game, and the ball goes out of bounds, and it'll go back to Platteville with 6:24 remaining. Anna Pennekamp, 5'10 junior, is in for the Hillmen. And here's Quinn Temperley over to the right wing, and Grobent. And then a bounce pass into the corner. Pennekamp off the hands have been picked up. Mia Hoosier back in the game, and a three from the corner. Bullseye for Quinn Temperley. She's having a great night tonight. Kind of hard to say anybody from Platteville isn't at this point. It's 63-19 with 5:45 left. And over at the right wing is Lydia Riley. She passes to Bartz at the foul line. The turnaround doesn't go. Among other problems Dodgeville is having, they're only getting one shot almost all the time. Here's Quinn Temperley at the right wing. Drives through defenders and got called for traveling with 5:22 remaining. And they're in the second period, by the way, now at Imont Arena, and it is the Fighting Saints leading Green Bay 1-0. That is, of course, a huge rivalry with those two. Fenimore leading Mineral Point 44-42 with 59.2 seconds left, and that is on X1071. There's a pass into the lane, and then back out to the right wing. And a bounce pass, and the shot will not go for Addison Riley. Platteville comes up with it with 4:40 left. Between circles is Grobent, and then a tip pass, and stolen by Dodgeville with 4:29 left. And here's Lydia Riley with it. Drive and a corner three doesn't go for Bartz, and scrum for the ball, and a held ball. The ball will go to Platteville with try that again, Dodgeville with 4:09 and the clock running. As mentioned, Platteville goes to Darlington Monday. Dodgeville goes to Barneveld on Tuesday. We will have the Cubans and the Hillmen in the last game of the Platteville Jamboree next Saturday at 5:30. They'll be on Super Hits 106. We will also have from the Platteville Jamboree, Barneveld and Galena. There's a bounce around shot. Will go. And Lydia Riley with the three makes it 63-21 with 3.5 minutes left. And a whistle, a traveling call on Platteville with 3:26 in the clock running. Tomorrow, of course, Wisconsin and Marquette from the Kohl Center, 12:30 on AM 1590 WPVL. Sunday, Bears, Packers from Lambeau Field, 1 o'clock on 97.7 Country WGLR. The Bears, right now, if the playoffs were today, they would be the number 1 seed, but if the Packers beat them, they'll drop to 7th. And by the way, there are only 7 seeds in each of the conferences, so a Packers win over the Bears, and suddenly the Bears are going from, hey, we could be home for the playoffs, to we may not be in the playoffs. Of course, there will be a rematch in a couple of weeks. Cuba City leading Darlington 48-42 with 1:51 left, and that's on Super Hits 106. 2.5 minutes left here, 63-21 Platteville. And the turnaround shot underneath is a miss for Moyle. Another battle for the rebound. A wrestling match for the rebound, and a timeout called by Dodgeville with 2:16 remaining. 63-21 Platteville on AM 1590 WPVL.
In game 10.
Grant Regional Health Center invites you to a surgical specialties open house. Join us Monday, December 15th from 4 to 6 p.m. for a rare behind-the-scenes look at our advanced surgical technology. Meet our surgeons, anesthesia team, and surgical staff, see demonstrations, and tour our operating rooms. Take advantage of free blood pressure screenings, plus enjoy a complimentary light meal. Pre-register at grantregional.com or by calling 608-723-1379. Grant Regional Health Center. Better health starts here.
The 2025 WGLR Holiday Auction is this Saturday, December 6th at Tim Slack Auction and Realty in Lancaster, starting at 8:15 a.m. Listen to 97.7 Country for all the fun. Bid online at timslackauctionrealty.com or call 608-723-5106. The Holiday Auction supports the Grant County Food Pantries, along with families and children with financial needs. Thank you to our annual sponsors, Breckler Lindusky Insurance Group, Tim Slack Auction and Realty, and TDS Telecom. The 2025 WGLR Holiday Auction this Saturday.
In game 10.
2:13 remaining, 63-21, Platteville over Dodgeville. Over at the left wing, Moyle has the ball taken away. Back comes the other number 4, Lexi Pop, 5'5" junior, the layup and a miss. And a foul with a minute 57 remaining. And it is a final. Fenimore over Mineral Point, 45-42. Golden Eagles still unbeaten. And that was on X1071. The foul on Rain Arndt, 5'8" sophomore. And 2 free throws coming up, and the first one good for Malia Temperley, which is her first of the season. 64-21. And the second free throw is also good, so she's got 2 points, 1:15 remaining. You know, you get a foul call and you go to the foul line. One of the things you have to do when the clock is running is make sure you get enough time to get the free throws in. Elena Bradley, 5'8" freshman in the game, and a turnover. Actually, the foul is on Yakir Gumi, 5'9" senior. And the bounce pass inside to Bradley. And then back out. Mallon with it, puts up the left wing jumper, doesn't get the drop, goes out of bounds and off of one of the Hillman. So back to Dodgeville with 32 seconds. And just into the game, Maya Hare, 5'10" freshman. And a left wing three, doesn't go for Arndt. And the rebound, and that will go back. Kendra Brom, 5'5" sophomore, into the game. They'll go to Platteville, who will be able to dribble out the last 10, 9, 8 seconds. Moving across half court. Check that. Lauren Dye, 5'5" freshman in the game. And pop with it, and that's it. Final score, Platteville 65, Dodgeville 21. The Hillmen are 5-0, and the Dodgers are 1-3. And we'll be back with the Reeves Wealth Management and Edward Jones postgame show after these messages on ESPN Radio and 1590 WPVL.
Postgame 3 minutes.
As the official mascot of Country Hearth Breads and literally made of dough, Lofi would like to put a little more jingle in your holiday this season by giving you a chance to win some dough yourself. Visit countryhearthbreads.com/sweeps and enter today for your chance to win $500 or $1,000. Winners will each receive a check that can be used for travel, gifts, or even Lofi's personal choice, lots and lots of bread and buns for all your holiday celebrations. So get your buns over to countryhearthbreads.com/sweeps and enter today. Good luck.
At Napa, we love cars, trucks, tractors, really anything with wheels and an engine. It's more than our business, it's our passion. That's why we care so much about quality parts and quality people. And that's why Napa is so proud to be one of the most comprehensive car care brands. Tools, parts, fluids, and more. We've got you covered. Visit your locally owned parts store, Napa Auto and Truck Parts, Highway 14 East, Richland Center, and Highway 61 in Boscoville.
Hi, this is Will Dunson with Dubuque Mattress. Why is a Dubuque Mattress customer a customer for life? It's simple. At Dubuque Mattress, the customer is number one. Period. The customer's happiness is the most important thing. If there is anything I can do to help you sleep better, I will. Whether it's while you're looking at a new mattress, 6 months later, or 10 years after you've purchased from us, you're still number one.
Dubuque Mattress Factory, you get a little snooze time.
From Madison to Milwaukee and everywhere in between, Badgers stick together. And on December 19th, your Wisconsin men's basketball team needs you at Pfizer Forum for the Milwaukee Hoops Showdown against Villanova. Tip-off is at 4 p.m. and the Badgers are bringing their best to the big stage. Wear your red, raise your voice, and help turn Pfizer into a true home court advantage. Tickets are available now at PfizerForum.com. That's Fiserv Forum.com.
I'm here today with Keith Dula from Anderson Weber Toyota in Dubuque. Keith, it seems like hybrids are dominating the roads, but there aren't many charging locations in Dubuque.
Agreed. Luckily, Toyota hybrids don't require plug-in charging. The Toyota hybrid system is built to charge while the vehicle is being driven, so there's no need for plug-in charging.
That's awesome. What about the battery life? Should people be worried about its longevity?
Not at all. Toyota has sold over 5 million hybrids in the last 25 years. Plus, their battery warranty covers you for 10 years or 150,000 miles.
How does regular maintenance on a hybrid compare to a gas model?
Hey, that's a great question. Toyota hybrid vehicles require the same maintenance as gas-powered models and oftentimes even less. For example, the hybrid model's regenerative braking charges the battery while slowing down the vehicle, increasing the life of the vehicle's brake pads.
Wow, it seems like there are a lot of benefits in choosing a hybrid Toyota. Visit Anderson Weber in Dubuque to learn more and to take a test drive today.
Your high school postgame show is brought to you by Elena and Ben Reeves at Edward Jones, a financial service firm serving individuals and business owners.
Is your money working as hard as it should be? This is Elena Reeves with Edward Jones. If you want to provide for your children's education, reduce your tax bill, or prepare for a comfortable retirement, we need to talk. Today, more than ever, your financial security deserves the attention of full-time financial advisors. Take advantage of our years of experience. Contact financial advisors Elena or Ben Reeves at 608-348-2441 or stop by our office on Highways 80 and 81 in Platteville next to Sups Nutrition. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Grant, excuse me, Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school basketball presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental. And Carey Seamless Cutters over at doors on ESPN Radio and 1590 WPVL. Platteville impressively moves to 5-0 with a 65-21 win over Dodgeville tonight. They got a 3-0 lead right off the bat, almost 2 minutes into the first half on a three-point shot by Soraya Stone. And other than the fact it was 3-2 at one point, they literally never, ever gave Dodgeville any inkling that they were in the basketball game. And the chief people responsible for this have shown up over here. So why don't you introduce yourself to the world?
Avery Richard, Layla Schuler, Brianna Dye.
Did you expect this tonight?
We've been working really hard and we came prepared to just take care of our first conference game.
Because certainly this was a game where Dodgeville never had a shot. They literally never had a shot in this game thanks to your start.
We just went into this game knowing we had to put our foot on the gas and never let off to just get one step closer to our goal.
Okay. Rihanna, I think it's safe to say that you're kind of a matchup problem for everybody you face for the most part. So how do you deal with that basically in the sense that you're going to be you're certainly not the only player here, but you're the one who literally physically stands out.
Yeah, I mean, we just work together as a team and we all play good basketball and we share the ball, and that in itself just helps me to score and to help our team, and then we work together to accomplish our goals.
Okay. Now, Layla, you've really stepped up. You got some playing time last year, but not a whole lot. What's been different from last year to this year?
I think I just knew I really had to step into that leadership role. And for me, it doesn't really matter if I'm scoring a lot or playing defense. It's just whatever the team needs at the time.
Okay, Avery, your coach said before the first game of this year that you guys could start 4-0 or 0-4 because you certainly didn't have an easy 4 teams to play. So what was the key to not starting? I mean, you're 5-0 now.
I think that we really just took it one game at a time, and we knew that we had to value each game. We couldn't look past anyone, and we just focused and practiced, and we got the job done.
Okay. So you had Darlington on Monday, and then you have what ought to be a fun game Saturday afternoon because you're going to be playing Cuba City. We'll have that game on Super Hits 106. Cuba City is not the team they were last year. They won state last year, of course, but that's just the records don't matter kind of rivalry, isn't it?
Yeah, I think we just got to keep working together and push, like Avery said, one game at a time, and we'll accomplish a lot.
Okay, well, 5-0 is a pretty good start, obviously. So congratulations to all of you, Avery Richard, Layla Schuler, and Rihanna Dye. Platteville, the winner tonight. Did I write down what the score was? That's right, 65-21. We're now joined by Brandon Temperley, the Platteville coach. Just come out over and talk about, I mean, you guys literally didn't let Dodgeville have any inkling they were going to be in the game tonight.
Yeah, we did start with 2 turnovers right away, though, but we did. Like we kept some pressure on, and the girls, the effort was there once again. I thought we did execute better. I think we had an unofficial count of 18 turnovers. We have to clean that stuff up. And some of it is we're trying to do some good things for our teammates, and it just ends up being a turnover. So we'll keep working on that. But, man, these girls, they play hard. They play together. It's pretty fun to coach them.
This is one of those things, too. Obviously, you look at their record versus the matchups you've had before. But you don't want to slip in the terms of the quality of your play, right?
Yeah, it's one of the timeouts we talked about. The standard is the standard, and we have to make sure that we're always living up to that. I think it was right after Dodgeville dove on the loose ball. We had 0 red shirts on the floor. Just little things like that just always have to continue to be the standard, and the girls responded well. But, yeah, when we get in any game, we have to hold ourselves accountable to the level that we want to be.
And I haven't seen the scorebook yet, but again, you have to be really happy about all the
balanced
contributions
scoring,
you're getting from all of these different people.
Yeah, a balanced scoring, and we're still waiting for Rihanna to really just flood the point column at some point. But
well, in rebounds, she certainly
she is. She is affecting the game more than she really understands. But, yeah, we're able to share the ball. We're able to score from multiple areas, and the girls are enjoying playing this way.
Oh, I would hope so.
Yeah.
So you got Darlington Monday, and then you got Cuba City Friday, as we mentioned. We'll have that on Super Hits 106.
You know who won that one tonight?
Cuba City did.
Okay.
In fact, I got a score here someplace on the Shoebox scoreboard, presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. 51-44 over Darlington.
Okay.
That was on, that's Cuba City over Darlington. That was on Super Hits 106. Also, how about this one? Fenimore still undefeated, but
they're playing well.
Well, they beat Mineral Point 45-42 tonight. And that was on X1071. And earlier tonight, Iowa Grant over Basketball 61-52. And that was on 97.7 Country WGLR. So this next week, basically just keep it up, more or less.
We're going to have to. And again, these are teams that they're good. So we will have to play well to have an opportunity.
Okay, well, since you're here, we'll have you decide. If you keep this up, you might have a side broadcasting gig or something like that. The boys coach occasionally shows up.
He's good. The banter you two have, I don't know where he come from. Something about a paper boy was very interesting this football season.
Yeah, that was that was an interesting night. Our most valuable player, Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington, and Hermson's Ace Hardware at the bottom of Main in Platteville. Hermson's will be the MVP for your next project in your home. Go to Hermson's Ace Hardware, Bloomington, and Platteville. Who do you think today?
This is the scrapper of the game again, or
this
player
is the
of the
MVP.
Game? The MVP of the game. Oh goodness, that's a tough one to put because it was so balanced. Can I give it to the scout team because they've been working their tails off to get everybody in position, and some of the girls because we need to. We have some of the girls that are scoring some points, playing some scout team, and then flipping jerseys and going over there. This group is just awesome together. You put me on the spot. I don't know that I can name one here.
All right. Scrapper of the game. The Weston Salvage scrapper of the game. The player whose hustle and scrappiness stood out in trying to lay the opponent to waste, presented by Weston Salvage and Lancaster.
That one I can do. I'm going to give it to Mia Hoosier tonight. Okay, she did her job, and she did it well.
Okay. That's good. And we'll talk to you next Saturday. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you.
Brandon Temperley, the Platteville coach. He is 5-0 with a 65-21 win over Dodgeville tonight. And let us check our scoring in the basketball game provided by Tara Brom. Thank you very much for that. And Platteville is led in scoring by Quinn Temperley off. Am I right about that? Yeah, Quinn Temperley with 17 points tonight. Avery Richard with 13. And Rihanna Dye with 10 points. And seemingly every rebound that I can think of off the top of my head. Soraya Stone with 9 points. 8 points for Kinley Bendorf. And 2 points. Now one more time. 6 points for Layla Schuler. And 2 points for Malia Temperley in the basketball game. Quinn Temperley came off the bench and scored 17 points. That is a sign of a good team when you get that kind of scoring off the bench. So Dodgeville led in scoring by Marley McGraw with 6 points, and she got 3 fouls in the first half and avoided getting any after that. So that was good on her part. Emma Doherty with 5 points, 4 points for Lydia Riley, 4 points for Addison Riley, and then 2 points in the game for Josie Mallon. This is kind of interesting. Dodgeville was 0 of 2 from the foul line. They had only 2 free throws in the game. Platteville was 7 of 12 from the foul line tonight. We also have to tell you the Tricor Turning Point brought to you by Tricor Insurance. Insurance plans built for you, your family, and your business. Contact Tricor Insurance. And in a game like this, it seems pretty obvious that it's the start. Probably Platteville had at one point a 15-2 lead with 12:07 left in the first half. And literally the closest Dodgeville got all night long was 3-2. And Platteville just really applied the hammer tonight. And you can tell why they are a top 10 team in the state. And maybe they should be a higher than 7th ranked team. But that is the sort of thing that will pan itself out at some point. 65-21. Platteville the winner tonight over Dodgeville. We will be back to wrap up the Reeves Wealth Management at Edward Jones postgame show. We'll talk about what we have coming up on the weekend and early next week. All of that after this on ESPN Radio, AM 1590, WPVL.
Post-game, 2 minutes.
I'm Naheem Hines, proud supporter of the Muscular Dystrophy Association. My mom has muscular dystrophy, and the MDA helps her and kids like my buddy Ethan.
My name is Ethan, and I'm 12 years old. Thanks to the Muscular Dystrophy Association and people like you, I have more hope than ever before. And MDA funds over 150 care centers for kids like me.
For over 70 years, MDA has been transforming the lives of people living with muscular dystrophy, ALS, and related neuromuscular diseases. Learn more at mda.org today.
A few years ago, Steve Faircow's lungs were failing.
I don't think I had more than a couple weeks to live.
That's when Steve received a lung transplant made possible by an organ donor. Now Steve can do things he never imagined, like climbing 94 floors to the top of a skyscraper.
I never knew that breathing could feel this good. It's an incredible gift.
What could you make possible as an organ, eye, and tissue donor? Leave behind the gift of life. Go to organdonor.gov, U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Health Resources and Services Administration.
In honor of all those we've lost to cancer and those still fighting and thriving, like basketball analyst Dick Vitale.
I want to beat cancer. I'm going to beat it. That's no doubt in my mind. I'm going to win this battle.
Defeating cancer will take all of us. At the V Foundation, V is for victory over cancer. V is for victory over giving up.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Join our team in the fight against cancer at V.org.
Victor deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. He sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself.
For many military veteran caregivers, their caregiving journey starts earlier in life and lasts longer. Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey and better care for your loved one and yourself. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Post-game, 2 minutes.
Gray Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school basketball presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental, and Carey's Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on ESPN Radio AM 1590 WPVL. Platteville a 65-21 winner over Dodgeville tonight. The Hillmen are 5-0, and they will go to Darlington on Monday. And the Dodgers are 1-3, and they will go to Barneveld on Tuesday. Shoebox Scoreboard presented by the Shoebox and Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. Cuba City, which is Platteville's opponent a week from Saturday, they defeat Darlington tonight 51-44. That was on Super Hits 106. Fenimore over Mineral Point. The Golden Eagles still undefeated, 45-42. That was on X1071. And Iowa Grant over Boscoville, 61-52. That was on 97.7 Country WGLR. Fighting Saints leading in the second period, 1-0 over Green Bay. And scores tomorrow morning on 97.7 Country WGLR. But before that, or technically after that, once I get the right clipboard, here is what we have coming up. Tomorrow, the always fun Wisconsin Marquette basketball game, 12:30 Saturday afternoon on ESPN Radio and 1590 WPVL. Sunday, Bears-Packers at 1 on 97.7 Country WGLR. We'll also have Badger women's basketball. They will host Michigan at 4:40 here on AM 1590 WPVL. Tuesday, boys basketball, Mineral Point at Lancaster at 7 on 97.7 Country WGLR. Wednesday, more basketball. The Badgers host Nebraska at 7 on AM 1590 WPVL. And our first wrestling of the season, Lancaster at MFL Marmac at 5:40 on Thursday on 97.7 Country WGLR. RJ Osterhaus is our sports director. Rob Spangler is our technical director. Johnny Page is our chief engineer. Thanks to Joey Martin, the staff at Dodgeville High School. Thanks to our sponsors who help us bring this game to you, and thank you for joining us. Thanks also to Tara Brom doing the stats tonight. Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school basketball presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors is a Queen Bee Radio Sports presentation on ESPN Radio and 1590 WPVL Platteville and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, powered by H&N Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical and Lely Center Monroe. Platteville goes to 5-0, 65-21 over Dodgeville. By the way, there is a winter weather advisory for Grant County tomorrow night at 6 until Sunday morning at 6. Snow of 2 to 4 inches possible, so be careful with that. From the Ayers Furniture Bestie in the House, I'm Steve Prestegard. ESPN Radio is next, and we will be back for more basketball next week.
This has been a Queen Bee Radio High School Sports presentation.
ESPN Radio, AM 1590.